Resiliency for the Navy SEAL Foundation means the ability to overcome, to handle any situation from a position of strength.
Our biggest challenge is the deployments. Since war started, we've been doing back-to-back deployments. My husband's, this is his first summer home in 5 years.
I tell people all the time that I knew my husband for 23 years, but in reality, we were probably only physically together, proximity to each other, for about 10.
I think the most prevalent issue that my NSW family has faced is constant change. The only constant is that things will change.
Now that my dad's home, it's great because I haven't seen him for a long time. He's been gone for 8 months, and he usually always throws the ball around with me, and he usually always comes to my bed to say goodnight. I really like it because I didn't get to have that a long time ago.
To leave your family to serve your nation requires peace of mind. For an operator, that's a very challenging mental piece to overcome.
You know, you think about when you just go on a small trip. You're so much more relaxed if you know everything's taken care of. Imagine going for 4 months, 6 months. Yeah, you may have the opportunity to call home, but you need to know that your family's supported. You need to know they have the resources and the tools to be able to handle any situation.
My husband was deployed, and he was overseas when he found out that he had skin cancer. The foundation, thank goodness, was there for me, and I was able to fly over within a couple days' notice to go to Germany to be with him during his surgery. He was good to go and stubborn enough that he went back to deployment. About a couple weeks later, I went to the doctor. I had a couple issues going on, and then about less than a month when I got home, they had called me and said I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Sorry. First time I really had to say it. And he called me that evening. I'm like, you are not going to believe this. And I'm like, what? I go, I have breast cancer. He goes, really? You're trying to outdo me again, aren't you? And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. But like, don't worry. I mean, I have all my friends and family here and the coworkers, and I'll be okay. He's like, no, I'm coming home as soon as I can get there. So that was very comforting. And I'm like, oh my gosh, here I am again. And within a month, asking the foundation, they're like, no, that is what we're here for. What do you need? So far, so good. I'm finished with everything. So now I'm just waiting a couple months for a test to come back.
My husband passed away in March. He was retired, and he had suffered some injuries that we didn't know about, brain injuries, and they eventually just won the battle for his brain to get through. We have 2 children, 6 and 9-year-old kids, and they needed a lot of help as well. When I told them, it's the worst thing that a parent can ever have to do. They cried, of course. They did not want to leave my side for a very long time. The Navy SEAL Foundation was one of the first groups actually to reach out to me pretty quickly, to offer support, to offer resources, to surround me with whatever I needed. They were like a guiding light to get me to the next step and the next step. Giving us support and resources means the world. It means the difference of us just getting by versus surviving and thriving. And that's priceless. The kids are doing okay. Kids are very resilient. We all have our moments, though. Usually those moments happen at night when things get really quiet and you're getting ready for bed and your mind starts to thinking, and we realize what we've lost. My husband was a hero. In life, he was such a giving individual. He was everybody's best friend. He literally would give the shirt off of his back, and did, to people who needed it. And that's what I want to be his legacy, and the Navy SEAL Foundation helps me do that. But more importantly, the people who support the Navy SEAL Foundation are honoring and celebrating his legacy. It's wonderful.
This community has earned this support. They deserve it. And we're glad to be the organization that responds to the support and the provision for those things that are creating that resiliency, and letting families know that someone cares about them, their nation cares about them, and it's not going to stop. Here today, here tomorrow.
Providing resiliency-based programs makes these families stronger. When the families are stronger, the warrior's stronger. The foundation has more than 30 unique programs comprehensively designed to support the families.
My husband, for him to come back and know deployment after deployment that his family's been taken care of, it's a huge relief off of him. I think that's why he's done it for the last 4 summers, because he feels confident that we're here taken care of.
And the Navy SEAL Foundation is there to say, hey, we've got your back because we have theirs. And it's a commitment that we've built over time, and that we are very focused on continuing and sustaining that, because we want it to be believable. We want them to understand, you know what, somebody really does have my best interest when I can't be there. And that's what we did.
Don't get me wrong, he loved what he did, and he was so patriotic. And I know if he were sitting here with us today, he would do it all over again, because he loved his job and he felt so strongly about fighting for you and me, for his family, for his country, to ensure that we could live the life that we all believe in the United States.